Hey again, YouTube. Okay, so this is what's going on. I just did that video on the Aphogee protein two-step treatment, and I kind of wanted to follow up with you guys about how that went. And then what I also want to talk about is curly hair, and how I care for my curls, and how I get it to look like this, and, you know, how I'm satisfied with my hair, which, as any curly girl can tell you, is a miracle at best. So first, let's talk about the Aphogee. After having diffused it and everything, I can tell you that I don't see a whole big difference in the way it is now and the way it was before. What I can tell you is that it didn't tangle in the shower. I had like maybe 10 strands of hair come out, which is really unusual. Normally I lose like 50 strands of hair in the shower. And that if you looked at the ends of my hair, which obviously you can't, but if you were to look at the ends of my hair, you would notice that there were a lot fewer split ends, which is pretty great, and I can't say that there's anything wrong with that. So, sometime maybe if I'm feeling up to it, I will take the challenge and figure out how it actually worked without heat treating it. But I've got a party to go to tonight, and I wanted to make sure my hair was going to look okay. So, on to the second part of the video, which I consider to be very important because I struggled with my hair a lot as a kid and into my early 20s, and I basically just hated having curly hair, and everybody always told me how much they loved my hair, and it's just really irritating to hear it. So around my freshman year in college, I decided that if I couldn't figure out a way to tame my hair, which was always frizzy and shaped like a triangle, if I couldn't find a way to lasso it, basically I was gonna hack it all off and wear like a cool pixie cut and call it a day, because I was pretty tired of dealing with it. So I'm gonna go over what made me not cut off all my hair, the secret I figured out, and I'm gonna also tell you what I do now. So let's talk about the secret first and foremost. I got this from a Yahoo Answers forum. I'm not kidding. And I know what you're thinking, like, who would ever believe something from a Yahoo Answers forum? I did. Because I was broke, and I was done, and I was really willing to try anything. So what I went to the store and picked up is this guy right here. Whee! Bath and Body Works body lotion. What up? Yeah, I know, pretty crazy, right? Body lotion. Here's the important thing about body lotion to note, is that you cannot use a body cream. Anything with like that lumpy consistency or that's way too thick and creamy is gonna turn into crap on your hair. But Bath and Body Works is what I always use. It's a little more expensive than like what you would find at like Target or whatever. I mean, I guess you could use Lubriderm if you wanted to, but why would you? Is because this has an excellent consistency and it smells awesome, so your hair always smells good too, which is awesome, so it's great. It runs about like $10.50 or $11. I know for a bottle this big it sounds expensive, but it lasts a long time. And Bath and Body Works is always having some kind of like promotional buy one get one free sale, so I mean, if you hit those up, it's pretty cheap. If you buy them like 2 or 3 at a time, works out really well. So that's the secret. And what I would do is, and I'm going to talk to you about how I would work this in later. Basically when I talk about the conditioner I put in later, if you're on this like kind of budget, do this instead. And I'll talk about the differences. So give me a second to collect myself because I'm a little scattered. Okay. First I want to talk about what I do to keep my hair in good condition, which it's in crappy condition right now since the bleach adventure, but we're going to talk about normal hair care. I shampoo my hair about twice a week. That usually makes sure that it's in good working condition, that it gets all of the crap that's like built up in it from me styling it, you know, all the time. But it doesn't it doesn't take too much like protein and oil out of my hair, which is good. Shampoo dries your hair out, you know, be judicious with it. And never use shampoos with sulfates in them or any kind of like, you know, preservatives. You want to keep it as natural as you possibly can. I use L'Oreal sulfate-free Ever Pure shampoo, and I find that that works really well. It is a little expensive, but for me, and I'm sure for most curly girls, shampoo like lasts forever. So really, I would go ahead and get something nice. As far as conditioning in the shower, I'm using right now also L'Oreal Ever Pure Ever Strong. It works really well, but conditioner, unlike shampoo, goes really fast. So, and I am on a very strict ex-college student budget. And so I like to kind of switch things up. I use Pantene, I use Garnier. I don't like Vive Pro or Tresemme or Herbal Essences really. I think that while they may be good for straight-haired people, I find that a lot of times you get what you pay for with your hair care, and they just kind of provide inferior quality as far as I'm concerned. Many of you may disagree. That's your choice. This is mine. So that's there. I brush my hair, let's start off by saying I don't brush my hair. I brush my hair in the shower once every like 6 months with a conditioner in it. And that's because you disrupt the normal flow of your curl when you brush it, when you get out of the shower and all that stuff. So and you rip at your hair and it's just bad. So I do it to make sure I don't get dreadlocks, and I do it very rarely. So now you have your hair dripping wet and you are coming out of the shower. And what I do is I grab a t-shirt. You can use the t-shirt that you're taking off and get ready to throw in the hamper after you take a shower. That works. I've also heard paper towels being used, but I don't use paper towels. T-shirt's what I use. And I wrap my hair up in the t-shirt when it's all soaking crazy wet. And that lasts until I can get back to my products. So when I get back to my room or whatever, what I'll do is my hair is real wet, and I will grab. So this is what I'm using right now instead of the body lotion. It's my new thing. This is. I know you're not gonna be able to see this real well because my camera is real crappy, but this is Deva Care One Condition, and it's a conditioner that you can leave in your hair, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's fantastic. And what I'll do is I will take more than you need, like a good like lump size, like a lot, and run it through my mid shaft and ends of my hair while I have my hair flipped over. And when I say flipped over, I mean like, like totally flipped over, and just kind of run it through and all that stuff. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fingers and you're gonna kind of like comb it, like comb. And you're going to comb it, and you're going to make sure that it gets into all your hair. Not with a comb, with your fingers. I have known people to use combs, but my hair will eat combs for dinner. So we don't use combs in this family. Then after you have this conditioner in your hair, with your hair still flipped upside down, you're going to take this guy, which is Deva Care Angell. It's a gel. They also make just a basic gel. It's called Angell. I prefer Angell because I think it makes my hair, it's a little bit firmer hold, and it makes my hair like a little springier. When I was using the body lotion, I would usually mix these two together in my hand in like a little lump and do it that way, and then let it air dry. Sometimes I would clip my hair up and let it air dry just to give me the extra volume on top. But now what I do is, so I have this one condition in my hair, and I take the gel and I get a good amount of it, and I scrunch it into my mid shaft and my ends. And you should have so much product in your hair, but what's that noise? You should have so much product in your hair by this point that it's like squishy. It should be making an audible squishing noise. And I just kind of lay out the t-shirt that I used and like squish it over that to get out the excess product. And then while my hair is still soaking wet with product, I grab my trusty diffuser, which is a Revlon ionic ceramic thing. It was $30 at Ulta. It was a good deal. I don't really like heat styling products. I don't like what they do to my hair. It makes my hair look nice, but it kind of hurts my hair, so I go back and forth about using them or air drying. But this is the guy I'm using right now, and you can see it has a huge base, like the size of my hand, and that's really good for your hair and all that stuff. So how you're going to do that is when you have your hair flipped over, and this takes a while, it takes me like 20-25 minutes to get my hair completely dry. So strap in, and throw on some loud music, and start. So what you're going to do is you're going to like flip it. So once it's flipped, you want to your neck, you want your chin to touch your chest. And you're going to take your hair and you're going to like that. And I usually hold it until it starts to burn. If you're sensitive, you may not want to do that. That's up to you. And I go all around my head with my head down like that until it's dry. And you want to take your fingers and go in and make sure that your scalp is dry too, because if your scalp's not dry, what you're going to do is when you think your hair is dry, you're going to flip it over and you're going to have the pyramid, that crazy triangular shape that all curly-haired people hate, because your hair is going to wilt. Because your roots are still wet. So that's kind of how I do it. I do it until it's like bone dry, and then I flip it over. I don't tend to try to dry this as much, just because I like this whole like detached look where I have like the big top and then like a little bit of separation between these pieces. That's just me. It's my style. It doesn't have to work for you that way. Really the only difference between that and the body lotion way is that it's air drying, and I will, once I put the body lotion and gel mix into my hair, I will use that t-shirt to scrunch it like out kind of. So I'll keep my hair flipped as well, and then once the product is in, I'll kind of scrunch it with the t-shirt like that, just to get the excess moisture out, because any moisture living in it is weighing down your hair, and when you have curls you don't want to weigh them down, you want to make them spring. So that's basically what I do to take care of my hair. I used argan oil for a while, I don't anymore. I find that it just kind of makes my hair greasy, and I don't really know what greasy hair is like most of the time because I have curls. But it does make my hair kind of greasy, which is gross. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask below, and I'll do my best to answer whatever I can. If there are enough questions, maybe I'll make a follow-up video, who knows. But I'm certainly willing to impart everything I can, because I remember a time when I really needed help with my hair and I didn't know where else to look, and I'm so glad YouTube is available, because now we can share the message of what we do. Alright, so that's pretty much it, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!